Hi, you're watching News 24 Live. I'm Nick Pawson and I'm joined in studio this afternoon by Harry Phillips from Health 24 to discuss the current state of the Ebola outbreak. Harry, good afternoon.
Nick.
Thanks for joining me.
All right.
Now, this week, US President Barack Obama has come out with a statement about the states and the rest of the world needing to really knuckle down with better screening procedures, etc. So, I mean, that obviously means this is in quite a critical state.
So yeah, the World Health Organization and Doctors Without Borders have been saying for a long time that things are spinning out of control, things are getting worse, loads of people are dying, and the reaction has been quite muted in general. But now that it's spread to America properly and in Europe, there seems to be a lot more concern from America, from the West as a whole. And the hope now is that this is going to lead to a better, more coordinated response. Yeah.
So there's this case in Texas,
Yes.
which is obviously causing most of this concern.
Yeah.
What other cases are there around the world? I know there's cases in Spain.
Yeah.
There was a scare in South Africa, but that turns out.
Yeah, there's been a few cases in South Africa, but none of those have been proven at all. Spain is the real big concern right now. We had two priests, both old, 169, 175. And they caught it in Liberia. And they returned to Spain for treatment, as is the norm. And then it's turned out that one of the nurses who treated them, she actually contracted it despite wearing the protective clothing, which is a big concern. And now her family have been quarantined, and another 8 healthcare workers have also been quarantined. She's apparently doing okay. But another concern from this is actually the nurse's dog is now to be put down. And this is probably the biggest story of the day on the internet, is they've got a court order to take the dog and put it down, even though they don't actually know if this dog has Ebola, and there are no recorded cases of dogs transmitting it to humans, although it is definitely possible.
Well then, Harry, for those viewers that don't know, how is Ebola transmitted? I mean, obviously, you said it's not only humans that can carry the virus. Historically, it's been around for a while. Why is there all of a sudden this year this massive outbreak?
Yeah, they first discovered it in 1970. And the general consensus is animals are the cause. It can live on in animals and they don't get sick and they don't die. Bats in particular. So you've got these bats that travel across the entirety of West Africa. And in these rural jungle communities, food can be scarce, people are poor, and they will actually often kill and eat bats. And that's how this particular outbreak started, which is much worse than any other outbreak before. And the reasons for that are slightly unclear. It transmitted to the city centres quicker. And that's a problem, because a lot of people in close proximity, you've got bodies on the streets, you've got things like that, and that's really how it's spreading faster, and the faster it spreads, it's like a snowball. And we've now got about 7,500 cases recorded, and the World Health Organization is saying we're probably going to get to 20,000 by November. They're saying it's probably going to double every 3 weeks, to put it in perspective. And there was one report out recently which stated up to 1.2 million people are at theoretical risk of getting Ebola before the end of the year, which is not good.
And then the sort of the breakdown between the cases in Africa and the rest of the world. I'm assuming obviously most of the cases are in Africa, but I mean in terms of the spread of it, is it going to be across the globe?
Yeah, well the vast majority at the moment is there's in 3 countries, Guinea, Liberia, Sierra Leone. We've had cases in Nigeria. The good news is that they've actually seemed to have contained their outbreak.